Welcome to Japan, a land of ancient warriors, cherry blossoms and futuristic robots, from samurai and shoguns to bullet trains and anime. Welcome to Sparkflix. Japan is an island nation in East Asia, made up of over 6,800 islands stretching along the Pacific Ocean. The four main islands, Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku, make up about 97% of the country's land area. Around 80% of Japan is covered by mountains, including the Mount Fuji. Because of its location on the Pacific Ring of Fire, Japan experiences frequent earthquakes and has over 100 active volcanoes.
For centuries, Japan was ruled by shoguns, powerful military leaders, while the emperor remained a symbolic figure. The shogunate period was dominated by the samurai and elite warrior class who lived by Bushido, the code of honor, loyalty, and discipline. Samurai were masters of the katana sword, and their lives were full of duty and sacrifice. You can still see traces of this era in Japan's beautiful castles, gardens, and traditions. They weren't like in the movies, they were stealthy spies and assassins often hired to gather secret information.
In 1868, Japan entered the Meiji era, a time of massive change. The country ended centuries of isolation and rapidly adopted Western technology, education, and military systems. Railways, factories, and modern cities sprang up almost overnight. This transformation turned Japan from a feudal society into an emerging global power, setting the stage for the 20th century.
Rise also led to conflict. In the early 20th century, Japan became a military power, but during World War II, everything changed. The war ended tragically for Japan after the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Cities were destroyed, and the country was left in ruin. But here's where Japan's story becomes truly inspiring. Instead of focusing on war, Japan rebuilt itself, this time as a peaceful democratic nation. The people worked tirelessly to restore their cities and economy. In the 70s and 80s, Japan had become an economic powerhouse. It led the world in electronics, automobiles, and robotics. Companies like Sony, Toyota, and Nintendo became global icons. Today, Japan is famous for its futuristic cities, bullet trains, and innovations in robotics and AI. And yet, through all this change, Japan has kept its deep connection to tradition. Temples stand beside skyscrapers, and tea ceremonies exist in high-tech cities. Festivals, springtime picnics under pink sakura trees, festivals like Gion Matsuri in Kyoto, and Tanabata in Sendai, bowing as a greeting, a sign of respect. And of course, food, sushi, ramen, mochi, and tempura are just the start. Japan has vending machines for almost everything. And if you're traveling on a budget, try a capsule hotel. Tiny pods just big enough to sleep in.
Then subscribe for more videos.